Alright, I'm a big fan of Mississippi John Hurts, and a while back I challenged myself to learn a bunch of songs of his that I didn't already know, or maybe kind of tweak ones that I did know a little closer to the way he did things. And I posted little short snippets once per day of what I learned that day up on Instagram. It was a cool 2-week run, and I learned a lot. And I learned even more by producing the latest course that made its way into the premium library on Candyman. It's a deep dive picking tutorial into the great tune Candyman. If you're not already a premium member, then you should definitely consider signing up so you can check that one out. It's epic. We go super deep. And this all led me to really learn a lot about Mississippi John Hurts, some of his habits and go-to moves that show up again and again in his playing. Today, we'll learn 3 seriously sweet tricks straight from the playbook of Mississippi John Hurt. Let's get into it. All right, the first trick is dead simple. It really is. As a matter of fact, it really just kind of comes down to one note change in the bass line. Here's a quick sample of it. All right, short and sweet, just like I said. You're going to hear this in songs that are in the key of C, like I Shall Not Be Moved, You Are My Sunshine, or Blessed Be the Name. We'll put it in context in just a second, but for a pared down example, we're just kind of punching things up instead of just doing this, basic alternating bass back and forth between the 5th string, 4th string, 6th string, 4th string. We're just going to break kind of throwing that open 3rd string on one of the off beats, and then, the end of 3 actually, and then on beat 4, we're just going to play the B. We're headed back to C, right? But we're just going to play that B note, right? It's a great way to approach that chord change. One tiny little change to me that just adds a little bit of punch. It's a really cool trick that you're going to hear in a lot of his tunes. Here it is in Blessed Be the Name. Next up, we're going to call this rolling hammer-ons. You get that kind of rolling effect, and you hear it in songs like Carina Carina, Staggerly, however you choose to pronounce that one, and Coffee Blues. It's done basically by placing this hammer-on over a D chord, hammer on up to the F sharp on the 1st string, and then the D. So we've got 1, 2, 3 notes there, a little 3-note grouping, but we juxtapose that with the 2-note grouping of the bass line, and it has this kind of rolling feel. Here's the example in Coffee Blues. So that rolling hammer-on feeling that happened in Coffee Blues happened right here. Right there. It happens when we connect 2 of these little patterns where we've got a group of 3 notes, the melody, over a group of 2 notes, the bass. Right? So we're going to find out that playing 3 against 2 like that is going to kind of displace that melody in terms of where it falls over the bass notes. It's a cool finger picking exercise, but it really shines in these John Hurt tunes. Although there are a lot more tricks in John Hurt's playing, this is the last one that we're going to cover here, and it's this sliding D chord move. He does it to great effect in Monday Morning Blues. In fact, the main melody of the song is really built around this, and it's a great 2-string little move that I think you can probably get down, and it helps you to break from just playing your D chord here in the open position. Let's have a listen to a little sample, and I'll tell you the song that this is coming from. And that was was part of the guitar break from Candyman, and he used this little D chord shape here, top 2 strings, 7th fret, 5th fret, coming from a D major triad. But it's a great way to add some notes from D that aren't just right here, right? We need them up here a little bit higher, and you can do a whole lot with it. Just having a little bit of fun in that Mississippi John Hurt style there. Something that we really get into in Candyman. It's a great example tune where I really feel like he just goes for it. There's tons of genius little tricks and some serious curveballs in Candyman. If you're already a member, then check that out in the premium library. If not, then click or tap right over here to learn about becoming a member and start working on your blues playing. I'll see you inside BGI, and until then, practice smart and play on.